Hi, everyone. Look who
Uh,
I have with me.
just dropping in, guys.
Just dropping in. I had to I begged her to come on today because we missed our time to get. I like my Lisa time, and I missed my Lisa time on Friday, last Friday. And so she said, okay, for 5 minutes, because.
Like that was the conversation. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Okay, 5 minutes because I'm going on another channel. So,
No, thanks for asking me. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm
thank
going to
you.
hang out as long as I can. So,
Yay. And you notice we're wearing our superhero shirts. I am the majestically awkward, and she is Batman.
I am Batman. Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Bat babe.
Right?
Whatever.
Bat babe, even better. Anyways, so as we get started today, I have been starring some of the questions already coming in. So thank you for that, everyone. And this is Inquiring Minds. So on current topics, so anything that you want to put down there. Let's see. James, I did get the George Carlin, and so we will hopefully be talking to George Carlin today as we begin. But I wanted to talk about some concerns that I saw in the news today. Hi, Annie Bear. And one being about the change with the food assistance that's going on, and what does this look like? Will they be able to revamp and revisit this, or is this something they're just going to be taking away? And I just think it's horrible timing. With all the food prices so high right now, it's already hard to.
And like what you brought up backstage, the fixed income.
And then we have a lot of fixed income. We have so our income is not keeping up with our rents, and now the food and gas and what's happening.
Yeah.
Apple's saying it's going to hurt. Yeah, hurt. So Apple, that's what I want to take a look at it, because I just feel like I want to see if they're going to relook at this, because they can't. I can't imagine that. And I'm not talking about the Republicans, because they could really give a fuck about the people. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, look at every single policy that they crush is us. True. And it hurts us more and puts us more in a bind and more in a bind. And I mean, don't even get me started of why I see this happening.
I mean, even economically, that's why there's that whole, everybody talks about the disappearance of the middle class. It's either you've got everything or you've got nothing. So,
and they might have abolished slavery, but guess what they're doing to the people? They're making us all indentured servants. That gets that for the top one, whatever percentage that are wealthy, we're paying for all of their stuff.
Right.
We're paying for everything.
And they get all the breaks.
So guess who that's what makes us.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take us down a bunch of little rabbit holes on that.
This is a whole other live stream if we're really gonna.
I know we're going there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. So I do want to take a look at that. And since we're in that spirit, in that energy right now, I kind of want to look at that first, and then we'll dive into George
Carlin.
George Carlin, yeah. And okay, Colleen says, here's an example. Debt slaves. Yeah, exactly, Val. And Apple says, and they get more wealthy. Yeah. Here's an example. One woman said will happen to her. Carol's monthly SNAP check will go from $283 to $56 a month.
Oh my
What?
God.
And the food prices have literally more than doubled. And so what in the holy moly is happening here? And
Right.
Social Security raise isn't as much as the inflation. It gets harder every year. Exactly, Ronald. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
And then
what?
there's that whole concept too, because they're talking about how to toy with Social Security income. You know,
Right.
that's been brought up often.
Oh, Jamie says they're trying to make her daughter pay back part of her SNAP because they failed to verify things on her application. She's disabled and works part-time. Jamie, no.
All right. So what question would you like?
Apples is going from $2.50 to $26. What in
Oh
the
my
holy
gosh.
what's gonna
Captain Morgan said, I guess we will have to go back to home gardens like my great grandparents did. Yeah, assuming you live somewhere where you can do that.
Exactly. So when you live
Yeah.
somewhere where you can do that,
Yeah.
or that they have a community garden even.
Yeah.
And or that you have the capability to get there.
Sure.
I do feel that the world is being pushed towards more co-ops. A lot of the smaller artsy towns have what they consider they're called co-ops, and so I do feel we're going that direction. But that's going to be we are being pushed towards that direction. But let's.
So what question would you like to do first?
Yeah.
And I'll type it in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What's the ultimate?
It's almost like just a general thing, huh?
Yeah, what's the ultimate outcome of this? Jane is going from $250 to $22. What I mean, really, how freaking ridiculous is that? Like, here's your $22 for the month. What does that even mean? Is it like just a slap in the face? And then the rent triples for Apple.
What about if I say, what's the ultimate outcome of the food assistance programs for everyone here in the U.S.?
Yeah. What's gonna? Yeah.
Just like that. Okay, but we'll,
My spirit team knows that I'm challenged.
Right.
They gotta help me out.
No, you're not challenged, but yeah. All right, so we'll figure it out. That's just so there's something's on the screen for everybody to look at. So,
I'm just sensing like Biden needs to get on top of this, because all of a sudden you're going to find more, because then it pushes more crime. And
the desperation rises. You've got people who would not normally go there, going there
exactly
to survive. So
you're putting everybody in survival mode.
Yeah,
they can't afford to even live. And do they not understand that?
Ronald McClellan said, I just bought a gallon of milk and it cost almost $5, so $22 won't go far.
That's exactly, Ronald.
All of your staples, right?
Yep.
Your normal staples that you get and put in your fridge or in your pantry.
I'll start Constance, and we can wrap around back to it. And the food pantries, because no one's donating, because no one has extra anymore. So then you have a push on food pantries, because people are like, well, I need to get staples here. And so they'll go, and they're down too. So this is, I'm hoping they have someone smart in the White House that are trying to get ahead of this. Hi, Kevin Lewis.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin. Oh my gosh. Oh, geez.
So,
okay.
I'm getting a lot of cards up here, but you go ahead if you've got something.
I do.
Okay.
And everything that was kind of pushing this way. Deb says that the UK. That's what the UK is like right now. And more people. Oh wow, Deb. Yeah. So here we are. There we are. This is all happening. But I do feel they're looking at it and they're gonna take some action. We might not feel it right away, but they are taking a look at some options here to deal with this. But look, they're going to bring something in, and it's gonna be okay. However, we might feel a couple months of this. So
Yeah. I got the Three of Swords, so this is just pretty much saying the struggle is real.
The struggle's real. It's going to be real.
Yeah, and the Seven of Swords, I think a lot of individuals feel like they've been deceived, cheated, abandoned. Even it's a tough space to be in, right?
Stolen from,
right? But I got the Eight of Wands. It looked like you might have had that too. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay. So you got the Eight of Wands too, so that's fantastic. I got the Hangman. I got the Death and Rebirth card. So there is a shift. There's a shift somewhere in there that's going to happen, and a different way of looking at everything. Because I think maybe everybody's hung up with the numbers or the supply, demand. You got to remember, guys, we're also fresh off of the pandemic, so that has affected a lot of things too. But I think that it's going to level out at some point. I don't know the timing on that for sure, but I mean, I feel good about a positive outcome. But right now, it's just the turbulence is what everybody's feeling. Right.
And I do feel we're going to feel it for a second because it did show. But they're going to make some rapid. We like this, and we both got it. They're going to make some rapid decisions.
Yeah,
so
they're going to have to. Yeah,
they're going to have to, but they will. And look at this coming in. So it's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Timing on this.
You got some good timing over there.
Yeah, they're not putting this on the back burner. We're not talking a year out. We're talking in the next 3 months.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah. I think they're working on something right now because this isn't new. It's just kind of starting to hit, but this is not new. They're already working on it. So
utilities in Massachusetts, 65% increase. Yeah. So everything higher. They want to take stuff. It makes no freaking sense. They're really pushing everyone out they're pushing people to the street. And then 45 wants to make homelessness illegal. What did
45? Jeez. Everybody's putting in different tips and things in there.
Well, they are working on it because I got today.
Yeah, it's definitely in the process is what I'm feeling.
They're working on it right now. So it's not like it came upon them and they're like, uh-oh.
Right. Like everything, guys, it's not an overnight fix, but it's definitely in the works. So don't feel like this is being ignored and it's going to take, decades.
And I got April. So
nice.
And yeah, you're probably right. It does differ, Barbara. But this is. I think isn't this federal money? Isn't it? Anyways, it was very upsetting. Very, very, very upsetting. So.
I feel strongly about that shift too.
Yeah.
There's going to be a definite shift.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I wanted to look at Constance. Hi, Constance.
Hi, Constance.
Oh, okay. So Barbara says Washington State is trying to offset it because of what's happening at the federal level. I know. How are people even? I know. It baffles me too.
Yeah, I see that.
45.
Yeah.
I know, Martha. He does not care about anyone.
Yeah, Martha, you got to
He
remember the
said
source
himself,
on that
right.
one, right? Yeah, anything that flies out of 45's mouth, it's just noise.
Well, let's hope that whatever this, comes in as far as helping, that like some of the states are stepping up already. But how about like states like Tennessee or
well,
Texas or
call me the eternal optimistic on this, but that's the whole thing. Once states start diving in, there'll be a chain reaction. Yeah, I think others will fall into place with that. There's always going to be those few states that'll step forward first, but I think everybody else will fall into place with that.
Yeah. And Colleen says Republicans will only look bad because they won't help feed people. But what they do is they change the narrative. Okay. So they'll change the narrative, like they'll just gaslight with it and make up some other story as far as regards to what's happening. And it's all Joe Biden's fault.
I know, Joanne. I see what you're saying. Joanne said, but unfortunately, Lisa, people still listen to his lies. Yeah,
they sure do. Okay, Constance says, is there nothing in Biden's package that starts this year which helps at all? I don't know. I feel it's on the, I hear on the docket. So that means there must be something that they're looking at here.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Okay, my guides, Suzanne says my guides and pendulums say SNAP will be rectified in 3 weeks. Here's to hoping this is true and sooner for my American neighbors. Thank you, Suzanne. I love you, Suzanne. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is just really you know how when everything gets super, super stressful in any situation, that's kind of the pivotal moment. I think this is the pivotal moment with all of this. I think there is going to be a change.
Mm-hmm. So Prairie says, plus, what is, due to the Ukraine war, the lack of wheat? Well, I'm not sure if it's the lack of wheat yet, but whenever there's a war like this going on, everybody feels the effect, the whole globe. Mm-hmm. I do feel that. Okay, well, we're going to be sending prayer and light and love to and move the energy in a positive way in regards to this, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to start here.
George Carlin.
And please reach out for help. If your refrigerator goes bare, we reach out.
Yeah, this goes back to what we talk about, Debbie, sometimes about that shared energy and stuff. If somebody's a little low on the energy, whoever's got an abundance of that
Exactly.
can provide. So, look out for your neighbors and relatives and anybody you know, and reach out. And there might even be individuals who are so too proud to say they need something, but be very forthcoming with that and see if anybody needs anything. I think that'll go a long way too.
Yeah.
Until the other things happen, the shift.
Yeah. And I also I think it's okay, Apple, to reach out to the Biden administration and let them know, hey, make sure your own people are fed before your own house is fed before you start. It's okay to let him know what you're feeling.
For sure.
And Lisa says Kentucky has a lot of food pantries and food kitchens. So look at plan ahead. Instead of reacting, respond. Say, okay, this is happening for, and this is some options. Yeah, Annie Bear, as a single mom, used to go hungry and make sure her son was fed first. We don't want anybody to feel that way here. We have a big community. Tomorrow's my surgery, Pamela. Yeah. And so, all right. Back to, we're going to change up the energy a little bit here. We are going to talk to George Carlin. Hi, James. All right, George Carlin.
I mean, the humor is out there for sure, right? That's a given.
Yeah. He's coming in, and he's what he's doing, and I love this. George Carlin. I kind of remember him, and I know that he was controversial, and I know that I think I liked him. That's about as much as I know of George Carlin. And I would recognize him. I would definitely recognize him. But anyway, so he comes in, and he's dragging an axe, and he's making a mark in the earth. And to me, he's like, and I'm looking at him like, what do you mean by this? He's like, make your mark. Don't be afraid to make your mark. Everybody is so, humans are so led. Everything we do is in regards to a response to fear at some level or another. And he says, gosh, if we could just release that part, and none of us would be afraid to make the mark that we came to make on this earth, in a positive way. He says, don't be afraid to make your mark. Don't be afraid to make that call. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. If we stop living our life through that fear base, how much nicer would that be for us all?
Something I wrote down related to what you said was, I wrote, be a force.
Be a force. Perfect. Yeah.
Be a force. But yeah, aside from the humor, even because I know a lot of you who know who he is, he was so crass sometimes, right? But there was such an underlying message with everything that he said. I mean, there was, again, with ahead of his time and all that stuff. He had an underlying message of compassion and really recognizing everybody's differences, racially, culturally, socioeconomically. It's like, recognize those things. And it doesn't mean to be discriminatory in any way. It's just to find that that point of reference to where you can kind of understand what's supposed to be important, and to come together and to understand things, to help each other and all that stuff, right? But I love, with me, I love the humor base of it, because that's such a way to soften tough topics.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a lot of what he was about, was softening those difficult topics with humor, and really making it, expressing it in such a way that everybody can make it relatable.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's showing me, Lisa, with what you're saying. It's like serving it on a platter, serving it on a plate that looks appetizing for everyone to kind of eat off of, but you're still serving it. You're still serving it.
You're still serving it. Yeah.
You're still serving it, and you're still speaking the truth. But it was a way that people could digest it and understand it. That's kind of his idea.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Debbie, about how he would, like, if he were implanted into today, what do you think his routine would be like? Or what do you think he would have to say about the way things are going right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know?
Again, he's coming back to, he's like, we can't be afraid to speak the truth,
Mm-hmm.
to live out our truth, to live our truth. And he said if he was here today, you definitely would be, he would definitely be on his, he's standing on a box, so he would definitely be on that soapbox.
He'd be pushing that envelope, right?
Oh yes.
Pushing that envelope and making people think. I think that's a big thing with him, making people think really hard about stuff.
He's showing me someone who's alive today. And he used to, you guys, the family, probably you might know him too. Of course you might know. I always look to the family. He used to be on a talk show, and he stopped doing the talk show, but what's his name? Is he in New York?
David Letterman?
Not David Letterman. Close. It'd be one of those people. Someone like David Letterman, but he's still very active, but he's not doing the talk show. Jon Stewart. Thank you, Colleen. Yeah.
Oh, Jon Stewart's the best.
Yes. He's highlighting Jon Stewart. So I do feel there's I think he's just saying similar to Jon Stewart. Did he have similar energy to Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart could have run for something. Actually, he has spoken to the government about different topics and stuff. He has been very public about his. I mean, I'm not so sure lately, but I love Jon Stewart. He does not hold back. When he speaks, people listen. And again, with the comedy angle, when he was on, in the public eye like that, but yeah, off camera, he actually stood for a lot of things too. He was quite the public speaker and stuff.
Right.
So, oh yes, Stephen Colbert. Yeah, we love him for sure.
I love Stephen Colbert. But if he was going to be doing something similar, if he was here today, what he's saying, it would be similar to what Jon Stewart is doing. And Andy Bear makes a good point. There's no one like George Carlin. No, 100%. He's smiling about that. He loves that comment. And because he chose not to live in fear, is what he said. And but with that question, Lisa, he's saying that would be similar to what he would be doing today.
Love that.
Yeah. Great question.
Love that.
Oh, they take abuse from her. That's so cool, Giselle. The 7 dirty words. Yeah, I recognize that. Okay. Well, thank you, George, for coming in, and James.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Cool. Cool energy.
Oh, like the best.
No pretense or just very much.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Very interesting. I love it. Okay. Like easy to connect into.
Yes.
Okay. Be free. Be free is asking, what is the white powdery substance they are finding in Maryland and West Virginia? They are claiming it came from Ohio. Oh.
I don't know, but I got kind of an inside. Well, no, I'm not going to say.
What do you got?
Well, I had the wrong state, so I stopped myself. I'm thinking of Indiana. Yeah, there's this whole thing going on with, the train derailment and stuff. Yeah. They're actually starting to move some of those materials to Indiana. That's like the next state over for me. Oh. So I'm wondering if this is related to that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
So, this stuff all went up in the air, right? So it has to come down sometime.
Yeah.
What is this?
But yeah, some of those materials are getting distributed Hi, Axel. Hey, buddy. All right. Maybe Axel knows. We'll see.
I think it's going to be important on how they how they clean this up. It's almost like you don't want to clean it up wrong. You don't. It's almost like if you disturb it. 45,000 animals died. Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'll have to admit I don't have a definite answer on this.
What I'm
think of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, because I'm thinking that it definitely you don't want to disturb this. Does that make sense? Like you don't want to. They need to take proper precautions on how to clean up this stuff.
Yeah.
I like dry form. So yeah, there's something about the cleanup. Being aware and cleaning it. I feel like, wearing a mask would be a good thing.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so I'm not even sure how to ask this question, but that's kind of what they keep going back about being careful on the cleanup. There's certain ways to deal with this, and it needs to be addressed. And I do feel it needs to be a national address because now that it's hitting, it's in the air and sky, and it's going on. I think Biden needs to step in. Is Biden going to step in more, take more control of this, and make it a kind of a national emergency? Like this needs to be taken care of.
A priority, right?
Priority. I don't know if he will. Will he do that? But anyways, let's take a look at what's going on here with this. Yeah. I do feel like they are going to take this. They are going to take this seriously and take care of it. So maybe maybe it will become a national. I'll ask that. Is this going to be? Is Biden going to take care of this? But I do see it. I do see them rapidly take, because look at, obviously this is causing grief. They're going to have to step in.
Was that your 10 of swords?
This is the 9 of swords.
Okay, I got the 10 of swords.
Yeah. So yeah, and so they're going to come in rapidly, take care of that. So to secure the future here for everyone. But go ahead. I'm going to throw on a different question in regards.
No, that's fine. No, I was going to hold up my ace of swords. I did get that. So that's
okay.
Going along with what you said too. That something's going to be handled. And that does seem like a prioritization card, the ace of swords, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I love that Axel's sitting right next to me. You all can't see him. He's just leaning on me. He's sitting right here. So cute.
Aww.
What do you think, buddy? Yeah, you think so? Okay. You're being precious. And I've got about 10 more minutes here with you, Dad.
Okay. I got the 8 of wands again. So I asked specifically if like the Biden administration was going to step in. So I do feel that could be a possibility here.
Okay.
The energy is leaning towards that direction. But everybody needs to be careful. Make sure that you're covered. Make sure you're wearing masks if you're going outside, and make sure that when you're cleaning, we need to find out. I don't know the proper way to clean up white dust.
Because how do you contain tiny particles,
You can't vacuum it, because then the puffy comes, you know what I mean? When you vacuum,
right.
And that's not good either. So there has to be a specific way to clean this up. And so that would be the research for y'all. And because I don't know it, I just know that that's what I heard. We need to be specific on how to clean up in your home, and I would assume it would be wetting it down to hold it down and wiping and throwing away. Rose Blue says find out hazmat info. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with this.
Yeah, this is important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, Debbie, I'm going to
go.
I'm going to go so I can prep. And but thanks
And
for
what
asking
channel are
me.
you going to so everybody can follow when it's time?
It is Amy. Let me make sure I get this right.
So when we're done here, you guys, you can go on over to.
I want to say it's Amy Smiling. Hold on. Isn't that terrible? Everybody has such intricate names. It's hard to get it exactly right. So hold on. I want to get it right. So you might be already put it in there.
And Captain Morgan says, make sure you have filters for the HVAC systems. Yes, in your homes. Make sure you check those filters.
Amy Smiling Love and Light. I'll be on there
Amy Smiling Love and Light. So we'll see you, Lisa, in about 30 minutes.
All right. And thank you.
Channel.
Thank you, Debbie, for having me.
Thank you for hanging out.
I love you so much. Smoochies. Bye, guys. Have fun with Debbie. She's all yours.
Okay. All right, guys. Just me and you now. I know. Aries girl says, I wonder how long before the respiratory disease start popping up again. It's disgusting, I know. And we already have such a hard time with asthma these days. More and more asthma issues as we, okay. So I was a building custodian for a year in State College when I was at State College hazmat class on everything we used. Wow. Numbers provided. Okay. All right. I tell you guys, one thing after another, isn't it? Here we go. All right. We're changing energy a little bit here, and we're moving over to, hi, Giselle. How are Ivanka, Erica, and Junior getting along these days? Very interesting question. How are we all getting along, family? Let's take a look. Where's everybody seated? Okay, so what I'm being shown is the Ivanka's way over here, way on over here, and then you have the two brothers over here. They're not totally together, but they're in the same arena, so to speak. But then you have Ivanka way over here. And like not connected. Okay, so Marianne says lots of folks in New York City are getting cancers from 9/11 now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the future is not looking great for the fam, as we know. But yeah, even though I see Eric and Junior over here to get in the same arena, they're not together. There's still separation, but they're on this side, so to speak. And then I have Ivanka over here, but I just feel like they are not getting along these days. Okay, that's in there. They are all trying to figure out. They're seeing where they are. They're kind of all stuck in their corners, trying to find a way up and out. But okay. And their future is going to be a lot of this. Like this just reminds me of court type of thing in their future. It looks like that. And their security is coming to an end. Okay, their security is crumbling daily. All right. All righty. Yes. Exactly. The Trump empire is about to come to a close. Yes, very much so. Okay. Ronald, hello. Ronald is asking, will first indictments come from Georgia or the DOJ? I know our eyes have been on Georgia. I don't know why I keep hearing New York. Is there something? There's something happening in New York, right? Something that could. New York. Okay, so I'm gonna throw New York, Georgia, and DOJ, like 3 each, and see what the outcome is of what looks best. But Prairie says yes. Prairie says Georgia for sure, DOJ. But yes, I don't know. I just keep hearing maybe New York, Manhattan, DA Alvin Bragg. I don't know, Colleen. I just keep hearing New York. Letitia James. That feels good. Marianne. That feels good. Interesting. All right. Let's see. New York, Georgia. New York, Georgia, and DOJ. Just 3 cards each. Okay. 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 Well, none of them look great. And none of these cards make sense. It's like they're all stalled a little bit. But I do feel I'm just going to go with what I heard. I say New York. But between Georgia and DOJ, I bet it would be Georgia. But I do feel, yeah, there is a little bit of a stall. But I wonder if do you think Prairie, do you think it's Letitia James? Prairie says, I think Bragg needs a minute. They had to start from scratch. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He's being handed something. I do feel. Yeah. Okay. Well, Ronald, I hope that helps. Oh, sexual assault in New York. Oh, Linda, I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Back to here. Pamela, we have, if you have time. Okay. Please look to see who will win Chicago the mayor I can say this word any other time except right this second. The mayor runoff. Paul Vallis or Brandon Johnson? Mayoral. I think it's Letitia. Perry says, I think it's Letitia James first. Bragg shut it down. Okay. That I think you're right. I have a good, every time someone says Letitia James, I get like tingly on my arms. So that I really, yeah. Oh, Annie Bear. Yeah, Lisa went on another channel, or she's going on another channel, so she was getting prepared for that. Okay, okay. Chicago win. We're going to look at Paul and Brandon. Paul and Brandon. Pamela, who do you want? Mayor's. Thank you, Rose. Just say it like that, right? Mayoral, right? Who does everybody want? Oh yeah, it wasn't her computer. Yeah, she's good. But who does everybody want for Chicago? Okay, Brandon's the progressive. Well, Pamela, guess who? Brandon's got it. Yep, Pamela, you got it. Yep, Brandon got it. It's funny because when I checked in, I was told Brandon. I did the card, so but I always like to back it up. And so, but we have something's coming in for something's going on with Paul, but you have the death card right there in the middle. But you have the Magician, Death, and Justice. So that's whoa, right? And then we have Brandon. He's the people's choice, and he's going to do the work. He's got it. He's good. He's got the job. So there you have it. Suzanne got Brandon too. Yeah. All right. Constance. Yeah. All right. Is there? Okay. So this goes back to, we already did this question. Okay. We did this one. All right. Oh, Deb, I wanted to talk about that. So thank you for putting that in. I started, we'll come back to it. Deb Z has a question here in regards to McCarthy, and I really wanted to look at that today. And so, because what in the, but I'm not going to step into that right now. You know me, I'll go woo, right in there. All right, Catherine. Who is going to win in Wisconsin Supreme Court race? In the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, do we have names, Catherine? Or is there a lot of them? That's interesting because I got something in. Oh, okay, Michelle. Michelle is saying New York AG Tish James is likely to get a result first, but there'll be no indictments because she tries civil cases. Only criminal cases have indictments. Well, something's coming down. Something's coming down with her, for sure. Anyway, thanks for that, though. 2 men and 2 women. Thank you, Pamela. Okay. It's a fascist candidate against a Democrat. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look. Is one a woman? There's 2 men and 2 women. Is one a woman? Is the Democrat the woman? Oh, you don't have the names. Okay, that's all right. One from each two positions. I think that's Michelle. Something's up with that. Not sure. I just know that all eyes are on the race. Okay. I've seen a female. I feel like. Okay, the race is full in spirit, in sprint between Janet. Okay, I'm going to throw Karen up. I'm going to throw this up so we can see the names. We have Janet, a liberal judge, and the conservative Daniel Kelly. Okay, so I do feel Janet. I saw a female, and I felt like she was the more Democrat feel to her. So, Janet or Daniel. Okay. Janet. She's the hopeful. Mm-hmm. And, okay. It's probably going to be really close, right? So all eyes are there. I think it looks close, but I do have her on top. She's the hopeful, and she's fresh hope. She's bringing new like stuff so she's the hopeful, and even though he has a lot of strength behind him, it looks like he's going away. But there's no towers or anything, but he's out. His time is over. So I do feel her. Catherine. Okay, Janet. I do see Janet, and that's who I saw. I saw a female. And Pamela said there was, I wanted to make sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thanks for that question. We continue. Karen says Daniel Kelly is bad. Okay. Well, we're done with that energy, aren't we? Yeah. We're done with that energy. Okay. Okay, Colleen. He's a Trumpster. Yeah. Okay. Okay, before we step into this, that's a good question, Pamela. I don't know. That's interesting. Pamela says, are there two positions open? Okay, I'm going to star that. I wanted to bring this up, and we'll come back to this question. But Liza says, Tennessee Holler channel showed Tennessee governor wearing a drag as a frat boy. And yeah, that's all over the internet. Yeah, they put up that saying where it's going to be a felony. It's a felony if you're not dressed in gender appropriate clothing. And then, but when they have a picture of him in his college yearbook dressed as a woman. Yeah. So that's come back to haunt him. Yep. All right, back to this. Lock him up, right? Charge him for a felon. Ridiculous. Can you read about a potential dead zone stock market crash? I do not. Okay. I'll step into this again, but when I read on this for the predictions for 2023, the yearly prediction, I didn't see a crash. I did see a slight adjustment type of deal, but not a full-on crash, and that it would just slowly come back up, and that this adjustment is even though it might be felt by some, it's kind of it's good in that it's building up a foundation under it. That's what I got for the predictions for the 2023, and the reason I can remember that is because I get asked this question a lot. But I do see by October us being in a really strong place. But it's like a slow move up. This is for entertainment purposes only. Oh my gosh, Deb Z. No, Deb Z says, did you guys see the video of a drag queen dressed up like Santos? He was great. Oh my, Deb, send it to me. Email it to me. I want to see it. Okay. I'm going to just throw on this to get us some more information, Colleen, so you can see the cards too. Not just what I'm being shown. Okay, so okay. Woo. Okay, so we got that, but this is a slow thing, right? And that just talks about it's going to be a tad of a little bit of a struggle, but let's take a look at the whole thing. Yeah. It's going to reveal corruption and yeah, it's bringing in that new perspective, like I said, and we're going to be okay. But let me talk about, hold on. Yeah. I did say that crypto would crash. I did say beware of crypto. Sorry. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. I got it under control, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm good. All right. We have, in regards to the stock market and everything, it has been built on toothpicks. It is not real. That's what I'm being told. This is not my area. It's out of my wheelhouse. I'm just passing on the link on what I'm getting. Okay. It's been built on, well, the people who are greedy and lustful and money people that, so like 45, right? So it's fake. And this whole thing, it's going to reveal that because we want it to work. We want it to work like this. We want it to work where it's like you get that return on your investment. It's an ebb and flow. So there is going to be a breakthrough here. So in this evening this out, making it so it's a long-term last instead of this always, when is it going to, it's going to, like that. They're going to make this happen. They're looking at this and they're taking action. And so it may look like, it may feel yucky for a minute, but it's not a crash. I don't see a crash. I don't. They're taking care of business where it doesn't work because of these people who made it fake. Now, I don't have the language for this. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I can only pass to you what my guides are telling me. And then that came up in the cards. Catherine, thank you. Blessings to you. Hugging you. So, yeah. It's going to take some responsibility. We need to take care. So so Colleen, we all get to know this is going to happen. So we can save, we can prepare, and kind of know, but I do feel by October we're going to be in a really good spot. We're going to be in a good spot. That's my feel. For entertainment purposes only. But I don't see it crash. No. I'm not talking about crypto though. Crypto's a whole nother beast. But I already called that. Or I didn't. My team did. Apple says Musk was down last week, but full recovery yesterday. Yeah, we're going to just watch that go up and, do its thing. But know that it's adjusting. So we want it back to that 6 of Pentacles, right? That's a perfect stock market card. That six, that ebb and flow, even, or you know what I mean? That's good. It's not that you're, not losing. You're getting your investment, All right. Thank you, Colleen, for that. This will be fun. All right. Joanne, hi. Is that a goat on your picture? Oh my gosh. Rose Blue says it's investment day today at Tesla. Oh my gosh. Oh, Prairie says Musk is moving Tesla back to California. Oh, thank you, Karen. Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh, it's your dog. I just have the worst eyes. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I see it. I see now. I see it. Yes. Yes, Jamie. I'm going to do that one. That's next on the list. So, Joanne, who will Trump pick for his vice president? Okay, so let's see. I keep seeing someone, not Pence, no. But he always picks like the worst, right? Well, I don't see him on the ticket. I don't see him, I just don't see, when it comes to time to vote, I don't see him on the ticket. But if he's going to play this game out as far as he goes, so who does he have and what's his intention here? If he was going to actually be on the ticket, I feel he's looking at somebody and I see him. Now, I know that Marjorie Taylor Greene has, I do get a mail as well. I thought Marjorie, or, because she's definitely trying to get in and they've definitely had conversations about it, but I don't know that he's totally serious about it. Yeah. And I don't know that we'll ever know because I see him walking away before it. Like I see him, maybe he'll show. It's going to be a surprise to everyone. It's going to be a surprise. But see the walking away. So I do see at the outcome, it doesn't even matter. But it might be a surprise choice. He's totally delusional. But I'll tell you who I think. I mean, who they show me. I don't know if I'm just. My team is showing me, and who's that guy? You guys can help me with the name. On the day of the insurrectionists, he walked out and he threw up a sign he threw up some kind of fist or sign to the January 6th people. And I don't even know why it would be him, but that's, and again, the card showed it would be a surprise to everybody who you chose. Howley, yeah. Rose, yeah. Thank you, Rose Blue. That's the face he brought in. Hash Howley. Josh Howley, yeah. I thought that was a nickname you had. Some Deborah. I thought that was it. Everybody nicknames everybody, so I didn't know. Josh Howley, yeah. But I do feel he's looking at a female, and I do feel he has a list. But I feel like he's gonna at this list. So on this list you have several, and so I don't think he's made his choice. So it would make sense that, like, because at first I'm like, where's, because the female Phil, because I kept thinking he was going towards that direction, but when they kept showing me Josh Howley. But I do see a list. He has that list. He has a whole list of delusional choices. Right? Yeah. Yep. Suzanne says, I think Donald has a list. Yep. He won't pick it. I think at the end of the day he won't, but he's playing. I think you know how he plays games, Pamela. He's just playing the game with everybody. Nikki, yeah, there's Nikki. And Valeria says, I don't think Howley's running for senator. He'll milk it, have everybody kissing his ass till the end. Joanne, yep, I think you're right, Joanne. Yeah. William says they put out a list of 4 women. How interesting. Yeah, I don't think at the end of the day, I don't know why. And again, it showed that it would surprise everybody. He's preying on, yeah, Suzanne, he's preying on them like cat and mouse. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe Josh will be indicted by Jack Smith. Well, that's a good question. All right, so we're going to go back here, and we are going to dive into this, Debsy. We're diving in. At the end of the day, Valeria, I don't think so. Valerie says he won't pick a woman. And I agree. He'll play it, though, won't he? Sick. Debsy. McCarthy releasing the January 6th security tapes. Rumor has it that MTG pushed for this to help the jailed insurrectionists get out of jail. Will it help them at all? Well, first of all, yeah, I just, what is going on with McCarthy? So I do understand that he made all these promises, right? Okay, I'll do all these things if you vote me in, right? So it's called, in my world, that's called blackmail, but apparently it's okay. And I hear a big fat no as well, Pamela. Pamela said she heard a big fat no, and I heard that too. I do get a no. It won't help the jailed insurrectionist. This is going to become a big shit show. In fact, I'll just go ahead and grab Andrea's cards here, and let's take a look at the story of the fallout of this for McCarthy and the whole Republican Party. This is not good. I don't think. Okay. Tell us the story. Tell us the story. Yep. Yes. Holy cow. Yep. Okay. Let's look at this story. Yeah. It's just going to put us, it's not good. You have the sour, putting a sour taste in your mouth. You have the happy face upside down, so unhappiness and what to believe. So it's just like he's going to manipulate the narrative of what you see. So he'll show clips of it or whatever and create a narrative out of it, right? He's trying to muddy the water. He's trying to muddy it, right? But he's presenting it to the American people. It won't affect anything about the insurrectionist. But the thing is trying to muddy it all out there to get that story out. But it's going to come back on them. So you can see the lightning bolt is in reverse. It's going to come back on them when I see that. It's just, and yeah. I feel like it's going to flip people. It's going to flip people. See the people upside down? I feel like it's going to flip them away from, you know what I mean? So it's coming back on them, what they're trying to do with this narrative, and it's going to flip people even further away from, it's going to come back to haunt them. He's just a bad guy. He's a bad guy. It's just going to show the bad guys more bad guys. Right? There's the story. Oh, Valeria. Andy Bear said Valeria nailed it. I missed it. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So what I want to do with this is I kind of, those cards, I know, ML, those cards. All right. I want to look at, I'm going to, you guys are here with me. We're in this together. We are in this together right now. We are sticking this out. I know we are overtime, but we are in this together, and here we are. I'm going to I want to look at McCarthy. If someone could just write up like the name McCarthy or something, and so I can click it and get it on so people know what we're reading. But I'm going to we're going to look at a little bit of the whole energy around him, past, present, future kind of deal, kind of get an idea of what's coming in. Thank you, Hilda. All right, so let's dive in, everybody. You're all here. Come on in. Come on in with me. Let's look at this. He's if he's not, he needs to start taking anxiety medication because he is an anxious mess. Yes. Here we go. McCarthy. It's coming in the energy. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Yeah, he's just a freaking balancing act right now, for sure. All right. Okay. Trying to take it all in, guys. Sorry. Let's see. So currently, he's balancing decisions. He's trying to figure out his priorities here. This is him right here in the middle. This is just the overall him. This is a constant battle of balancing, and you can see the ocean behind him. It's like all, and he's trying to still balance this while all this chaos is going on. And he's doing it so far. But it's not easy. And on either side of him, you have people who are his puppet master. You have the puppet master on one side of him, and on the other side, you have the Two of Swords. He's stuck here. It's almost like a stalemate for him. He's just like, what do I do? How do I make these decisions? He doesn't, but he has no choice. So he's being forced into these decisions. He's being forced into making these crazy things, like sending the tapes to, I mean, he knew that was suicide. He knew that was political suicide for him, but he had to do it because he signed up for that, so he could have his 5 minutes in the limelight as the Speaker of the House. The scary thing is he's the third in line here in the United States. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So you have that going on around him right now. On his mind is trying to figure out how to manipulate it best for himself. Well, this is my White House card in these type of readings. So we have the White House and movement. You have like making decisions, having to make decisions, quick decisions, and rapid taking action and like that. And then we have another action card with him. And so he's trying to figure out how to manipulate this and take action as fast as possible because of the decisions he's made. So he's in this energy right now. He's going to be in power struggle, and things are going to start coming against him. This is not in his energy yet, but it's coming. You have the establishment itself kind of going, you know what? I don't know. This isn't right. So that power struggle is going to start coming in. We're going to start seeing that where people in the house start coming. We're going to see it more anyway. Yeah. I wonder do you think he's going to be forced out? There's some possibility with that. There's some power struggle, some major power struggle and major decisions coming up in regards to him in the White House. They're going to be taking a big look at him for some reason coming in. So, when is he going away? When is he going to be forced out? Let's take a look at this a little closer. Michelle, if you're on a computer, there should be a little smiley face right next to where you put your comments, and you push on that, and then it gives you options. Yeah. Yep. Due to his alignment, I do see, due to his collaboration or his alignments with the wrong people, the wrong powers, his connections there, I do see that it's the ending of his career. I feel like he may be pushed out. He may be pushed out. And we're going to see it all play out. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming along with me on that one. McCarthy will be going away. All right. When I step into his energy, he is like trapped. Every step he makes in another mirror in front of him, looking backwards, looking forward. Like, yes, that's a good description of what I was feeling in the energy. And I'm like, yeah, he needs anxiety medication. So it makes sense. Push him out, right, Suzanne? Okay. Michelle, do you see Special Counsel Jack Smith indicting GOP representatives who were involved in the January 6th insurrection? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm getting the number 13. I don't know what that's about. So I don't know if that's a number of people or where that is coming from. Let's take a look. So I don't know if that's a date, a day, a number. What's 13 have to do with it? I hate indicting people. Let's take a look at the cards. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie says, thank you, Debbie. Prayers for successful surgery tomorrow. We love you. I love you. Yeah, he's taking a look at it, but they will be diving into this. There's some obstacles right now, but they will take hold of this. I wonder if he'll bring help in. But anyways, I do see it happening. Anybody that was attached to this. Yep. They're looking at it. But there's some hidden obstacles there that possibly could get in the way. Some challenges still with it, but they will get a hold of it, and they will be indicting anybody who's attached to it. He has a board with names on it, a baker's dozen. Okay. Oh, yeah. That would be 13, right? Baker's dozen. Right. That's a baker's dozen. That's funny. My first response to 13 is 13 colonies. Time for Constitution gameplay. Oh, yeah. Tony. Right, Michelle. Uh-huh. Well, it'll fuss enough them out of the house that they'll lose their majority. Yes. Yes, we've been seeing that. We feel that for sure. That's coming. That will be coming. Mm-hmm. Pamela says whiteboard, 13 names, convictions, and a few senators. Yep. Connection and connected. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, you guys. It was wonderful. We have 13 districts. Time for 13. Right, I know, Rose. We definitely need that to take place. Definitely need that to take place. All right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out. I know that I missed Newsflash Friday last Friday because I had no internet. And this Friday, so tomorrow, as you know, I'm going to have surgery, gallbladder surgery. So it should be nice and quick, and so it should be all good. And and I will try to somehow post how I'm doing an update on my may not be tomorrow, but an update on Friday on my community page, so y'all know how it's going. Because I know you mamas and papas are going to be taking care of me with all your prayers and hugs and loves. I can already feel it, and it overwhelms my heart, makes me teary. So thank you for that love that you're throwing at me right this instant. I can feel you guys. So that's tomorrow. So I won't be on Newsflash Friday this Friday either. So I'm super bummed because I love the energy on Friday night with y'all. And also members, I'm going to post on the members thing on the community today, but we won't have members on Friday either. I'm going to take that time off to continue to heal. So we're going to miss that too. I miss a lot this week. Oh, but I should be back on the couch on Sunday, but I'm not in charge. It's going to be on Kevin's channel, so I can kind of sit back and not have to do anything except read on its personal readings this Sunday on the couch and prayer. So that I can do. I should be able to do that, depending on how much I can sit right here. But it should be okay. And William, I'm joining the Gallbladder Removal Club. I will do wonderful. Thank you, William. I think you're right. Love you too, 50 Shades. And so, so starting Sunday, I should be back onto normal times, but we'll see. It's just a tiny incision. It should be fine. But it's the anesthesia thing that takes me a minute, and I just don't want it to. I don't want it to get in the way of my tapping in the in between here, and so. So I may be just relying more on cards instead of just listening to my team. My team's like, it'll be fine. You can listen to us. Anyways, I love you guys and thank you again. And I'll see you on Sunday on Kevin Lewis's channel. So blessings to you all. And thank you everyone for your love and light. Bye guys. Yes, Pamela. See you next week. Thank you. Oh, Lisa says she was groggy for weeks. Yeah. So trying to get through that sense of things, but I think it'll be okay. Love you guys.